Hey friends, what's good? How you guys doing? This is an impromptu story time that just happened. I mean, we're fresh. This story is fresh, hot off the press. So, I hope you guys are well. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shannon Braybrook and I tell stories. And tonight, I got a little story. I'm just running on adrenaline right now. So, if you kind of know me, I do a lot of exercise. I do a lot of different, I eat a different kind of program. I count my macros. I do all of that kind of stuff. And tonight it was really weird because this morning I kept saying to myself, maybe today I should just do half of my walk, like not my normal 5K that I usually do every day, because for some reason I kept thinking that something was going to happen halfway through this walk today. Now, I I don't know. I'm calling it God because it was absolutely insane what happened. Excuse me. So, I head out tonight. It's just cool now. It's a good time to go out for a walk. I usually do 5K. I head to a monument, and it's two and a half, or it's two, yeah, 2.5K to the monument, two and a half back. So today I thought, well, I'll just go to like at the halfway point, and then I'll turn around and come back. So it would have been probably about 1K up the mountain or up the road. And where I live, there's residential houses all the way until I get to about the 1K mark. And then it turns into swamp and Amazon rainforest, Amazonian kind of rainforest. And it's just very, very lush. It's kind of the places where bear and deer and moose and stuff will hang out. And so, for some funny reason, I said this morning, okay, let's do a half walk to the creek. So, the creek is the halfway point. I literally I'm pumped up right now because I got to the creek. I turned my head left. I looked down into the creek and I stared straight at a black bear. My heart just fell because I knew I needed to go at least a half a K back to get to houses. So I can't run because of these knee injuries I had. So I tried running and I thought, okay, listen, just calm down, calm down. But the idea that I locked eyes with it, that freaked me out the most because I'm not normally afraid of things. And I'm telling you guys, I am so happy I made it home because I walked as fast as I've ever walked. Like, I've never walked that fast in my life. I must have probably, it felt like I did 5K and I just did two and a half. But I'm alive. Something stopped me from going the rest of my walk, which would have put me, 1.5 kilometers further from houses and way further to run home. Like, I wouldn't have been able to make it home in a timely fashion. So I saw the bear. I turned around. I booked it. I told everybody they had their dogs out when I hit the residential spot. I said, "Bear, there's a bear. There's a bear." So apparently we have a couple of teenage bears that are roaming around right now. They left their mom and they're not very big. But when you're, face to face with a bear and you're pretty far from home, I didn't think about any of that. All I could think about was don't get killed by a bear today. Anyways, oh, thank God I didn't get killed by a bear today. So I could tell you another story like this one. But anyway, that was like the most impromptu story I've ever. I literally just walked in the door and I thought, I got to tell you guys this story. It's hot off the press. The dogs are freaking out, thinking, what is wrong with her? What's going on? I'm just glad to be alive. Anyway, thanks for joining me. The next story won't be as crazy hectic, even though that was kind of a fun story to tell. And of course, now I have another story I can tell my grandbaby and other people, when I sit down and say, hey, this one day I ran into a bear. And my neighbor has a great idea because I am I'm kind of stubborn. I only carry this one water bottle. It's glass. I carry that with me and nothing else. I don't have a bear spray or, a whistle, or I do have a bear bell, but as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of useless. You're just telling the bear where dinner is. But if I had a whistle, he said, suggested that like a hockey whistle, that'll scare the bejeebas out of them, and then it would run, which is great because I don't want them to come near me. Anyways, living in the country, this is what we got to deal with, bears. But I also had this cool thing that happened. I found a wild plum tree on the way on my walk. So We got a lot of fruit up here. The bears are just going to town on the black raspberries are out. There's fresh raspberries everywhere, and the thimbleberries are almost done. The salmon berries, they're almost done. But yeah, so much fruit for them to eat. But I think I'm gonna kind of cut my walk down to maybe to the end of the residential and back. And if I got to go a little further, I'll go the other way. But yeah, we are surrounded, and I love it. It's beautiful. They were here first. But yeah, so that's my story. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I've got to go cool down and calm down a little bit. Anyway, God bless you guys. Take care. See you later.